Hello and good morning. When I play video games, I tend to listen to specific albums that will best fit the game that I would be playing. Not to knock the official soundtracks from the games, I think most of them are fantastic in their own right. Though I must say, some of them would benefit well with metal music. This video is heavily inspired by Cinemassacre's Playlist Junkie. Since he unfortunately hasn't worked on that series for a while, I got inspired to do this video. So, let's begin. Judas Priest, Screaming for Vengeance with Borderlands 2. In between traversing around Pandora, shooting bandits and stealing loot, this album has the mood for all that I just mentioned. It is hard rocking and quite mellow at times. It really captures the feel of the game adequately. Rammstein Rise Rise with Wolfenstein The New Order. The heavy industrial riffage along with Till Lindeman's commanding vocals in this awesome album really suit this game. A sci-fi dystopian video game along with an album that captures that essence is a great match for each other. Torque No Regs Vapen, I probably butchered that, with Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare. The riffs in this awesome black metal album makes me feel like I'm in a hell-like Wild West, with monsters running amok and resources being scarce, which really reminded me of Undead Nightmare. Keep your ears peeled for the song Maya, or Mia? I don't know how to pronounce it, but that song in particular. You'll know why when you listen to it. Frontline Assembly's Caustic Grip with Quake 3 Arena. Frontline Assembly does a killer job with this game, as well as Sonic Mayhem. But with this album, you feel like you're in a kill or be killed situation, with only your gun being your own ally. Pretty much how Quake 3 is. It makes you want to grab that railgun, triumph over your enemies, and be the king of the arena. Megadeth, Peace Sells But Who's Buying with Duke Nukem 3D. Now this is a strange one, because when I was growing up, this album would be playing in the background while I was playing Duke Nukem 3D. Hell, Rust in Peace, Euthanasia, Countdown to Extinction, Cryptic Writings, So Far So Good, So What? Look, any Megadeth album would fit this spot, but Peace Sells is what I listen to the most. Motorhead, Bomber with Battlefield 1. The rugged Motorhead riffs fit this filthy game. From burying yourself in muddy trenches and dodging bombs coming from the airplanes above, to historic monuments becoming nothing more than a pile of rubble and debris, this album complements this game very well. Now, any Motorhead album would fit this spot. Orgasmatron and 1916 are also good picks for this game. Fear Factory, the manufacturer, with Carmageddon. It's the same deal with Quake 3 Arena, where the artist already did the soundtrack to the game. But this time there's only 3 songs off this album, and the game doesn't include the vocals. You're better off listening to this album instead. Trust me, it'll enhance the game much further. Blind Guardian, Follow the Blind with Burnout 3 Takedown. It's fitting to have a speed metal album with a game about speed. Oh, and also Destruction. This album has some good edge to it. You feel like you're fighting for your life behind the steering wheel with this one. It also really heightens up your reflexes, especially since the risk includes crashing in brutal fashion and watching the other cars race past you. 9 Inch Nails, Broken and Fixed EPs with Quake. Yet another one where the artist already did the soundtrack to the game. The game itself has a dark ambient soundtrack, though these 2 EPs are different with an aggressive punch to it. Every time I do a playthrough of Quake, I instinctively play these 2 EPs back to back. Broken was 9 Inch Nails at the most aggressive, and Fixed is a remixed version of Broken with more of a groovy sound. So, those are some albums that go well with the games mentioned. Feel free to leave a comment saying what other game suits an album. Doesn't have to be metal, could be whatever you like. I'd be really interested to check out both game and album that you want to put down in the comments section, you know. Anyway, see ya and good night.